Just think about how many situations that we find ourselves in that we don't like without realizing that our anticipation has helped actually create them. Hey, hello, Enyo Salucci here. Thanks for joining me again. I'd like to talk with you today about something that we inadvertently do and create without realizing how much influence we've had in actually bringing these things about. And it has to do with anticipation. To anticipate means to act in advance. So think about how many situations that we find ourselves in that we don't like without realizing that our anticipation has helped actually create them. All right, I'll give you a simple example. Do a thought experiment with me. Imagine you are going to go to a family reunion where there are people there, extended people in your family, that you have an issue with, that you have a problem with, that you may not even like at all. What's your anticipation? How are you acting in advance, even before going? Think about what kind of thoughts are you having? Just think about what the thoughts that you would have. What are the emotions that you are sensing internally? What is your mood? What kind of actions can you see yourself taking? What kind of resistance do you feel rising up inside of you? What do you think you will avoid? Now, you know, there's this truism that we always act in a congruence with how things occur to us. There's never any exception to that rule, that we act in congruence. The way that we act is always congruent with how things occur to us. So in this thought experiment, what do you anticipate this experience will be like before you even get there? And then, you know, our brains have this amazing capacity to actually act in accordance with what we are already deciding. So listen, I suppose there could be a surprise that comes your way in this, but in terms of what you are actually bringing to the table, what you are actually creating in advance, that's on you. In one of our trainings, we practice actually creating the experience that we want in life. We ask the question over and over again, what experience are you committed to cause? And now those are all English words, but they really are foreign to us. But see, what we're actually asking you to do in those instances is to actually get clear on the experience that you want to create, such as connection, love, hope, joy, forgiveness, whatever it is, and then act in congruence with that. You know, looking at the feedback coming your way, adjusting and going again. I've had a couple of experiences lately in my own life where one where we were having a person come over that we hadn't seen in a few years, and another one where we were going to see someone that was important to us in our lives. And in both of those instances, my wife and I got together and we were like, okay, what is it that we want to have occur in these ensuing experiences and these connections? And we got really clear about what it was and really put it in the forefront of our minds, really talked it out. And then amazingly, you know, as we engaged those experiences, we actually were able to produce and put forth the kind of things that would actually most likely bring about those results. Now, of course, we didn't do it perfectly, and you didn't do it without missing a beat, but having that anticipation, having that commitment, if you will, really, really served us well. And so I'd like to ask you in this episode here, this short little talk, what future are you anticipating? When do you anticipate those outcomes? Perhaps you can get some altitude on yourself and actually start seeing that there are ways that you are being before you even engage in certain activities, certain experiences, interchanges that are actually producing the outcomes, even those ones that you say you don't want. So, what are you anticipating? How can you anticipate differently such that you will bring about a different experience, one that's more congruent with what you say you want to have? That's my message to you today. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, this is Ennio Solucci.